checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Then we have Gunther at ringside. He's screaming at Michael Cole. And this absolute fucking idiot Michael Cole, as Gunther is screaming at him, says, and I quote, "Not for nothing, but I'm not the one who tapped out." So Gunther grabs this guy and is going to beat his ass. He's going for the choke. Pat McAfee flies in with a forearm to break it up. All the geeks run down to separate him, but Gunther breaks free and he chokes out Pat McAfee. Choked him for like 5 minutes. Guy should be dead. And the fans are chanting, "Fuck you, Gunther." And they break it up and they help Pat McAfee to the back. And he's being taken to the trainer's room. And the irony, I was howling. Adam Pearce says to Cole, "Take the night off." Cole says, "I think the guy broke his nose." But you know what, Pearce? How are we supposed to do our job if we can't have opinions, talk about this stuff, and have fun? Pearce goes, "Just take the night off." Cole says, "I'm not going to let some bully prevent me from doing my job." And he storms back down to ringside to do the show with Joe Tessitore. I was like, that was a classic moment right there.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that was a really good angle.
It was.
It was a really
very good angle. We might get Gunther, and, it's time. Pat hasn't had his match in a long time.
Yeah, no, I thought that they would do something with Gunther and McAfee.
Yeah.
Maybe to set up Gunther and Goldberg.
It could.
Yeah.
Dirty Dom and Penta for the Intercontinental title. So the fans did not boo Penta, but they loved Dom, and they're singing his name just like they did the night before. He wasn't quite as over as WrestleMania, but they were still into him. And Finn and Carlito at ringside, and they do the big moves, and finally Penta gives Finn a diving hurricane run off the apron, sends him into Dom.
He freaking hit his head on the floor. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was a weird diving hurricane run. Like, Finn didn't catch him at all.
No, but he didn't turn. He didn't get all the way over, and he hit his head on the back. He hit the back of his head on the floor.
It was weird because he dove off the apron, and Finn had his back to Dom. But, like, Finn was supposed to hit Dom. So he had to, like, sort of take the move, but also do a complete 180 so that he could run in. The whole thing was just, it didn't work. And so he runs into him, and then Penta throws Dom inside, goes up top. But JD McDonough returns from almost getting killed, and he crotches him. Dom hits a 619 frog splash, gets the pin. And then Dom and JD do this big, they're reunited, they hug. And Finn on the outside is not happy with this. And then everybody in the Judgment Day celebrates, and they drag Finn in to celebrate, and he's like, yay, but he's not happy. So then Seth and Paul come out for the main event segment, and the fans are singing the song and chanting, "Thank you, Seth." But then they start chanting for CM Punk, OTC, we got a "Fuck you, Heyman" chant. And then Seth says, "I took the wise man from Roman. I took CM Punk's best friend. I was the winner of the main event of WrestleMania." So before he can go any further, out comes Punk. He's taping his fists. They get in this big brawl. Punk stomps him down in the corner. Turns around, there's Paul Heyman. Paul says, "Don't you dare lay your hands on me," but Punk grabs him. Seth jumps Punk from behind, rakes the eyes, stomps him. Punk's dead. Fans chant, "We want Roman." Paul grabs a mic and says, "We're going to conclude the weekend of Mania 41 by propelling the news all the way to WrestleMania 42. The reigning, defending, undisputed #1 top star in this industry is Seth Rollins." So then they hit Roman's music, and Seth throws Punk out of the ring. He's all ready to fight. Roman hits the ring, spears Seth. Paul ends up once again all alone, and Roman gets in the corner, and he sets up for this spear. Actually, first he hits him with a punch. Then he sets up for the spear. But as he charges, he gets speared by a hooded guy. Guy takes off the hood. It's Bron Breakker. Place goes nuts. Seth hugs him. He says, "Go get Roman." So they go outside, and Roman fights back, gives him a punch. So Bron does a sprint around the ring and spears Roman Reigns through the barricade. Immediately checks to make sure he's okay, because he knows not to be an idiot. Seth says, "Drag his ass into the ring." So Braun throws this guy into the ring. Seth ends up stomping Punk again. He stomps Roman, and he celebrates with Braun as the show goes off the air. So Seth and Braun versus Roman and Punk. Probably that next pay-per-view. And boy, did they geek out Punk on this show. Holy smokes.
Yeah, I mean, he
got stomped and thrown out and stomped and thrown out and stomped again.
Yeah.
That was his role. But yeah, this was the best Raw After Mania in probably years. I mean, they reshuffled the board. It was like one of those shows where, like, when WrestleMania was over, people were so down on this company because of that John Cena, Cody Rhodes match. But, man, I heard, like, everyone was so excited when the show was over. So they did some damage control here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what they do on SmackDown. I don't think they announced anything for SmackDown, did they?
They got the ladder match with all the tag teams, right?
Yes, but they didn't announce anything else on this show.
Yeah. Nothing new. Nothing new other than that.
Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.